Listen, if you want to be Endu, that works too. Wait, maybe I grossly underestimated how long this game is. Guys, I think we're gonna need a whole nother stream. Did I miscalculate? This is chapter 13. Oh wait, no, there's 16 chapters. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Okay, hold up. We're gonna do a quick BRB because I need to refill my water. Good evening, innkeeper. Good evening, Grace. Could I ask you for a drink? Anytime. What can I do for you? I'm pretty spent. Do you have something that will keep my mind awake for a little longer? I should have something that can do just that. One moment. Man, she's a busybody. Last time we made her something. For her brain. So this game you just chill and talk to people? Yes, so it's a genre of game. This is, okay. The precursor to this game is probably a lot of things, but one game in particular is called Coffee Talk. And it was also kind of like a magical realm, and then you would make people's coffee orders. But yeah, you just listen to the people's story, and all the characters overlap, and they go on quests together, and then you can influence their quests by making specific stat drinks. So it's like a choices matter type game as well. We're doing straight charisma. If given the option, it's the charisma run. Okay? None of this brute force in this run. But yeah, I think we're like 3 in-game days away from finishing, but my voice is at the mercy of the length of these levels. Exactly, we got charisma. The Jesse way, yeah. Okay, so we want brains. We want brains. We want full brains. Storytellers and scholars. We are in the presence of a scholar, so we're gonna do this one. By the way, I guess I'm potentially 3 weeks away from moving to China, so like that's happening. But I'm still waiting for my visa to be approved, and once that happens, everyone's gonna know about it. No! No poisoning the mage. No, she's nice, she just got her PhD. She got her wizard PhD. A drink for the mind and soul. Enjoy. Thank you. This is just what I needed. Why are you still so tired? I thought you were done with your thesis. I am, which also means I need to figure out what to do next. The possibilities are endless, but not boundless, so considerations are a complicated endeavor. Have you considered a break? I have. Say, innkeeper, if you had forever, what would you do with it? I've never thought about that before. I like being an innkeeper, so I could just keep doing this forever. It's relaxing and safe, and I get to meet the most wonderful people and wizards all day. Forever is a really long time. Isn't there anything else you would like to do? I've always wanted to learn how to play the harp. Oh, why haven't you? No time, no muse, no talent. Or maybe I'm just waiting for the right moment. When will that moment come? I'm not sure. I just don't feel like the harp belongs to me right now. Me with the harmonica, honestly. That's an instrument I'd love to learn, but I just got too much going on. I'm trying to learn Potonghua right now. I'm busy. Let me know when it does. I'd love a concert. Will do. What would you do with immortality? I would learn everything there is to learn, every language, instrument, skill, and facet of mortal existence. Same, Grace. I would travel the plains with my brother and learn even more, have an infinite amount of tea parties. I'd come to those. When we were little, Hex would always make all the stuffed animals dance around our little tea table. We didn't have money for music boxes, so he just made up songs for them to dance to. He sang them to me. If I had the time, I would love to write down all those songs and invent dances for them. So you would make time for that. That's your time, after all. And besides, while you don't have forever, you do have quite a lot. An elven lifespan is nothing to scoff at, even if you only get half. Not if you got the human side of the lifespan. Oh, that's less time. It is, but I'll make the most of it. Damn, she's immortal? Poison the cup, she's a quitter. She's mortal anyway. But she's so talented. What will you do next then? I'm not sure yet. I was thinking about going to Ashfiddle, the capital of Omagocracy. I heard the libraries there are 60 stories tall and rivers float through the sky in an exuberant display of mana. Sounds like a paradise for someone like you. Yes, but Hex really wants to stay here. He likes Fasoa, Zenith, and the Ashen Grove. I think he likes how quiet it is. You would believe it. I don't think he'd like the bustle of it all. You could just go without him. There's a Magocration embassy in Zoford. Their teleportation is expensive but reliable. I don't think he wants to go back to Zoford either, and I won't make him. He could teleport himself then. You really shouldn't. It's quite a long distance, and he's always been awful at teleportation. You could take a ship. I appreciate the effort, but I don't think a ship would help make the distance acceptable to him. He's always going to follow me, no matter where I go. Sounds like a him problem. I think he doesn't want to miss out on any adventures or celebrations, or funerals. You can just tell him you want to go alone, but then he'd be alone too. Just talk to him, Grace. I don't want to spend our time together fighting. I just don't want him to spend it mourning me either. Wait, is she the mortal and her brother's immortal? Oh, that is like a really sad fate, actually. You should tell him that. He'll have enough time to mourn you when you're gone. Unlike life that never ends. I suppose you're right. I'd like to leave something he can remember me by. Maybe I'll build my own wizard tower. Please do. I love those. Did you hear about the one on Morlaya near Dalwell? The one with the infamous Magocration fugitive? The very same. It seems that its wizard has disappeared without a trace, leaving his tower vacant. I've always wanted to stop by for tea, but I don't want to be rude and intrusive, so I don't. I wonder what he left behind. I'm sure it's a collection of fascinations and impossibilities. Couldn't you just teleport in? Check. You can't exactly teleport in and out of a well-protected places willy-nilly. You might end up trapped or on a whole nother plane. Wait, okay, speaking of that, Jesper, if you're here, I started playing God of War Ragnarok on my PS4 because I'm going to be packing up my stuff soon. Oh my god, it's so good. I've been really enjoying God of War Ragnarok. Did you ever play it? I was going to message you that and just ask. It's good. It's got a lot of Norse mythology. I mean, it always has, but this one's like extra mythological. You watched all the cinematic? The whole damn game's a cinematic. I love that God of War is just one continuous scene. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Wonderful. I don't know many games that do that. 7 hours? Isn't it? No way. No way. I've already put in 20 hours. Damn. I gotta hurry so I can beat it before I before I move. You might. Maybe that's what happened to the wizard. Maybe. No one seems to know what happened to him, or who he even was, and no one seems interested in finding out either. Isn't that sad? A little. I don't want to disappear like that. I was about to say Grace is a very human character with very human problems right now, but then we just found out that she is mortal. So that lines up, honestly. Like, her story's different than the other ones. You won't. I'll tell your story for as long as I'm around. How long is that? My god, she just got her PhD and she's thinking about dying. What? For as long as this world will bear me. You are very easy to bear. Thank you, Grace. Would you like to stay a little while? Please. I find your inn truly inspiring. I'll be here if you need a rubber duck. What does that mean? I'm counting on it. Oh, look who's back! Hiya, innkeeper. Hiya, you two. A drink, please. Or two, actually. He's blushing! This went well. Are these people flirting? This is a very suitable for work game. However, I think they allude to some things. I don't think we were flirting at all, but other characters do. Very, like, very slightly. But I'm shipping people. That doesn't stop me. Actually, what name are we on right now? Well, Laura is still fine. Come on, that was a whole week ago. Oh my god, that was such a dev plug then. Like, only a dev could have made that joke. Thanks, Bjorn. Throws computer in trash. I was busy. Want to come up with a new one then? Can I come up with one? Sure. How about Kumo? I feel like you look like a Kumo. It fits. He is as stealthy as a spider. And just as cute. Oh, look at him blushing! We just want our baby boy to be happy out here. Socially crippled demographic out there. I'll take your word for it. Our drinks, can we get them now? Of course, what would you like? Something sweet, bubbly. Maybe if you can find something that, you know. Sure. I'll see if I can find the words you're looking for. Oh my god, our man is crashing out. I love him. Oh, he wants Riz off the charts. That's what he wants. Sweet. We want sweet Riz. 1,000 Winds. Tropical Island. Maybe he deserves that. We also got Sunny Breeze. Maybe we... Let's give him this. He needs his tension melted away. Okay, what do we got? These look sweet. What does this give us? Perfect. Add little honeycombs to it. By the way, none of this matters, Jesper. Like, you don't get extra points for being thoughtful. I just want to be thoughtful. Liquid charisma for those in need. Maybe you should try it then. Do you want to send it back? Why are you being spicy, Kumo? No, it's good. Glad to hear that. Fable, what can I get you? Maybe something that will make me feel like I can lift 1,000 clouds. Like, I've got the strength of a dragon, or something like that. Sarah always says it's pretty tasty. I see, a Sarah special then. No, as long as it matches the requirements. So, for like, this is our requirement up here. It simply needs to have 3 sword. So anything else after that, however we get there, it doesn't care. Poison the tree. No, we need sailor's courage. Wait, no. We want southern brawler. We haven't made a southern brawler in a minute. What do the pine cones give me? We're tough as an icy pine cone. Tough as nails over here. There we go. That looks terrible. That pine cone looks not good. You could never be a magic bartender because you'd be imprisoned and executed for poisoning people. A regular's favorite for another regular. Thank you. It's delicious as usual. That's what I like to hear. Like the hair, by the way. Wait, whose hair? By the way, what's up with your hair? Oh, wait, Fable's hair is different? Didn't even notice. Oh, well... It's braided. Do you need glasses? Why are you so mean to me, Kumo? No, it just looks different. So? Well? It's okay. You don't have to like it. I do, though. Kumo braided it for me. He helped me calm down after we encountered the Mary Morgan. But I should probably start at the beginning, right? I'd appreciate that. Kumo's out here just making friends and going on sleepovers. Your Tennessean friend, or however the heck you spell it, is actually... Oh, your friend who married your other friend. They just got married, right? Oh my god, it's been years. Good for him. I love that for them. That was never... I tried to, like, move to Norway. We all know this, but life has different plans. Oh yeah! He just examined his way into being Norwegian. That's sick. That's so cool. Alright, so what happened at the beginning? The ship to Boreas. Right. I was a bit worried about the journey we were embarking on. Shit. After all, the seas around Boreas are famously hard to traverse, with all the wild magic around it and all. But just before we left Zenith, we ran into Una in the midst of an arm wrestling match against Iniko. We took the opportunity to ask her for advice. Thought maybe she had traveled there before. You could have also asked me. She was closer. Right. Did she have any good advice? She did. With her help, we were able to avoid all of the dangerous maelstroms, sea stacks, and iceberg elementals. That must have made for a very relaxing journey. It did. It was very inspiring, too. We were able to see the dancing, colorful auroras in the night sky as we drew closer. They were starless, but still breathtakingly gorgeous. I even started on a new song. I wasn't ready to be shared yet. It wasn't ready to be shared yet, though. I just wanted a sneak peek. Well, you should have snuck better. A new song, can I hear it? It's not done yet. Thanks to Una, we made it to Boreas a lot faster than we had planned. We also docked far away from the typical explorer's route. It was completely abandoned by everything but nature, as if no one but us had been there before. Kind of exciting. Very adventurous, for sure. As we headed inland, we were quickly swallowed by the fog that engulfs almost the entire island. It moved in strange patterns, creating unidentifiable forms within the mist that hungered for life. The thickest rustle. He's so dramatic, chat. The thickets rustled as we walked by, whether moved by wind or by creatures we couldn't tell. The trees were shaped strangely, with simmering portals forming in their empty husks. Our own quiet breaths were often interrupted by shrill shrieking sounds that seemed to come from right above us. I can't even take him seriously. It was almost idyllic. Oh, he's so cute! 4 ads that were probably like 30 seconds long. Welcome back. Or scary. It was mostly scary. I wouldn't have minded strolling around until we ran into something roaming the island, but it was a little cold. So, I found a local to ask for directions. While wandering around, we came across a clearing surrounded by tall trees. Or rather, one tree. All of them are connected, intertwined with one another. Oh good, it was only a minute. Through one of their twisted connections, a waterfall with no discernible origin was flowing into a small pond. And in its midst, rested a nymph! A real nymph! Doing taxes? She was weaving flower crowns for the fish. She was beautiful, with long black hair and skin that glistened in the sunlight being reflected off the waterfall. Her eyes were like sparkling gemstones, and her smile was full of kindness. She was alright, but also the only person around. It's because he's only got eyes for me, chat. So Fable asked her for directions. No, Fable asked about everything but directions. Asked her for directions? Oh, I asked her for directions. She was very helpful. She even gave us a gift. A gift? That's sweet. She gave us earplugs against the Banshee's song, so our bones wouldn't shatter. Very helpful. Did you offer to write her a jingle in return? I did. She said if we were to survive the encounter with the Banshee, I could come back and she'd think of what she'd need a jingle for. She was thinking about setting up a dragonfly exhibition, so maybe for that. What would she even advertise to? Frogs? And toads! The Banshee was our first priority, so we stealthily made our way to the lonesome lagoon with earplugs in our ears. We mostly walked and talked about our favorite dragonflies. As we finally approached the lonesome lagoon, the thick mist enveloped us. It suddenly became so cold we could see our own ragged breaths. And then we heard it. A song filled with all the sorrow of the world compressed into a single note. It sounded really nice. There was so much emotion in that song. Sadness, longing, yearning, anger. We wanted to be polite and wait until she was done singing, but she just kept going, like tears wouldn't stop. So I decided to be a little rude, stepped forward, and said hello. Gotta head out for an IRL thing? Good luck with the game. Thank you, Bjorn, for hanging out. We're gonna gauge things. The game sucker punched us with really long days, so we're gonna see how far we make it. Next stream's definitely Sunday though, so it's either more Tavern Talk or Dusk. Have fun. They said, "Hello, Banshee. I really like your song." That confused the Banshee so much that she stopped. She smiled, bearing rows of deadly sharp teeth. She was very nice, actually. She asked if we wanted to steal from her lagoon. When we said no, she invited us to sing along. Did you? Of course. It was kind of fun. It was, and I thought, what better time to bring up the Mary Morgan but now? Oh, just ruin her mood. So I led with, I bet you do this with your girlfriend all the time, right? She suddenly looked at me with hatred and anger, and then she just started screaming. I was very thankful for the earplugs at that moment. I think without them my bones might have melted. That was our cue to leave, so I pulled Fable back into the thicket of the Borean forest. Obviously, we couldn't leave at that failure, so we looked around for a peace offering. We found some spiky pink fruits with a pattern of little ghost tortoises on them. We thought she might like them. She liked them enough to stop screaming at us, and we sat down at the side of the lagoon to talk. It's beautiful, by the way, right in the middle of the giant portal to the Twilight Chasm. It colors the water this deep, dark blue with swirling clouds of darkness within. There were bones floating in the lagoon, too. I almost brought one for your tavern. Why didn't you? What? What are you trying to do? Goblin mode activated. Me, the ultimate mod. I thought you wouldn't like it. I love bones. I'll keep that in mind for the future. The Banshee actually fished some bones out to fidget with. It stopped her from screaming every time she brought up the Mary Morgan. Or Marmor, as she calls her. Turns out the Mary Morgan had been ignoring all of her calls. Ever since the Banshee was crowned Gaia's scariest monster by Screech Magazine. She told us it carved a hole in their relationship, that it caused a lot of jealousy. And she was disappointed that Mary Morgan cared about some stupid popularity contest than her. We asked her if she wanted to talk about it with the Mary Morgan herself, but she said that she didn't need to apologize for being scary. She was very thankful she got to talk about it, though. She was holding it all in because she didn't want to burden Baya with all the drama. She even offered for us to spend the night at her nearby cave, which was really nice of her. Did you end up taking a nap at her lair? We thought about it, but it was filled to the brim with the riches of the dead, which was far too alluring to allow us to fall to the call of sleep. You found loot? You have my attention. What did you find? Gold, bones, skulls, jewels of all sizes. And a lute. It was broken, but I picked it up anyway. There was also a delicate silver mirror that had hearts carved all over it. Kumo recognized it as magical from its arcane markings. Melina showed me them in some book the other day, when the wizard in Zoford showed us around his library. It was a mirror of far speech. It lets you speak to anyone of this plane, given that you've seen them before. So you called Melly? No, we called the Mary Morgan. Ah, that makes more sense. Well, I had to be the one to make the call since Kumo had never met her. When her face appeared, all I could do was stare in horror as she gazed back at me. I felt like I was back in Ashen Grove, leading adventurers to their doom, and I just froze. So I took the mirror out of their hands. Her first words were threats of what she would do to us if we dared to harm the Banshee. Of course we hadn't. That briefly calmed her down. Until I asked her why she wasn't here, if she was so worried about the Banshee's well-being. Avoiding the question, she instead talked to us about the state of the lagoon. She complained that it must be incredibly loud with all the tourists and whatnot. I assured her that there were no tourists, at least none that were alive. So, she asked what I was doing in the lair then. Honestly, I replied that the Banshee had offered us a place to stay in her cave. I quickly realized that I picked the wrong thing to say. Her eyes started bleeding black ichor, and she began cursing out at us in tongues. The mirror cracked under her gaze and started bleeding black water. It was terrifying. And then we were just supposed to sleep there, as if she couldn't crawl out of the mirror any second. After that happened, I thought that we shouldn't discuss our further plans in that cave. So I fabled outside and we went for a walk. The nymph had mentioned this enchanted flower field where she collects flowers for the fish. So we went there. Thought it might be a good spot. It was a good spot. Even though I couldn't stop shaking for a while, though the flowers really helped. As did not being alone. Oh, was that when Kuma braided your hair? It was, yes. My hair kept falling in my face, and it was overwhelming me. So he sat me down and braided it away, while I worked on rebuilding the lute. He said that some distraction would help. Talking also really helped, even if I asked a lot of stupid questions. They weren't stupid, just curious. Did you have a favorite one? They asked where I learned to braid hair. That actually brought us further on our quest. How so? Well, I learned it from my mother. It's the only thing I feel I have left of her. It was her way of apologizing. She was never very good with words. It made me think. Sometimes people aren't very direct with what they mean. I have heard of that, yes. Like the Mary Morgan. She didn't seem angry about the Banshee outdoing her in some fear pageant. She didn't even mention it once. She only got upset when she thought we had hurt the Banshee. Or when she thought we were tourists. Or when we said that we were staying in that cave. Like she was jealous of something entirely different from some issue of Screech magazine. We talked it through and decided we had to get the two of them to talk face to face. Obviously, it would be difficult because of the distance, but I had taken the mirror with me when we left. Thought it might be useful. Ever the thief. Indeed. I used it to call Baya. I asked her to tell Mary Morgan to come to Boreas. Fable mentioned she can teleport via plants, however that works. She can. You should try it out. It's nauseating. I think we'll pass. While I went to talk to the Banshee, Kumo picked up the Mary Morgan. She and I really connected on eyeliner techniques. I love him. When we arrived at the lagoon, they were immediately ready to claw at each other's throats. And not in a fun way. but somehow we managed to convince them to sit down. We tried to get them to talk about their feelings, but they just kept talking past, over, and away from each other, arguing about an issue that doesn't exist. So I had this crazy idea. I took out my new lute and I asked them if they wanted to write a song together. They declined and insisted their voices would clash, but I thought at the very least it stopped them from arguing. Kumo helped me convince them by summoning tiny rain clouds pitter-pattering in a gentle melodic rhythm to inspire them to give it a try. We asked them to put all of their emotions about the whole situation into a song. In the end, they harmonized perfectly together, like their voices were made for each other in the gentle hum of my lute. It was beautiful. And a little bone-shattering, but very romantic. Most importantly, the songs finally got them to understand each other. Like Kumo had suspected, the Mary Morgan was scared, not jealous, now that the Banshee was so popular. She feared that the Banshee would become really busy with tourists visiting all the time. She assumed she wouldn't have any time for her anymore, but the Banshee assured her that she doesn't care about any of the tourists, only about the Mary Morgan, and Baya, of course. We told them to talk to her, too, and mentioned how much she had been missing them. They agreed to meet for a tea party at the Ashen Grove, so Baya doesn't have to travel too far. Did you invite them to your barbecue? No. After the outpouring of emotions, they wanted some time for themselves. The quest was done. It had only taken us 2 days, which was really efficient. Unfortunately, we had told the ship to pick us up in 3 days, so we were trapped on the island. So you swam back? What? No. What's wrong with you? The usual. We started brainstorming about what we could do while we waited. So I asked about that cheesecake recipe. But then I realized that there wasn't anywhere to bake. They don't have any taverns on Boreas. It was a stupid idea. It wasn't. Somewhere on the island had to be something to bake a cheesecake in. Did you find that something? We did. But it turned into its own small quest. First, we had to find the right place for our little adventure. We met these lovely gnomes living there in their little mushroom houses, and they offered to let us use their ovens. But they were too small, so they introduced us to the local Toad Hill giant. Its kitchen was enormous, but it was easier to work in than one that was too small. Then the gnomes, the nymph, and the giant helped us to gather ingredients from all across the island, so we were able to make enough cheesecake for everybody. I burned mine a bit, but when we made the second batch for the ship's crew, they were already starting to turn out better. Kumo is a really good teacher. And you're a really good student. Thank you. The cake really lifted the spirit's crew on the journey back. We agreed to teach them the recipe once we hit land. Afterwards, they invited us to the captain's birthday party. They even introduced us to the traveling obelisk who sang us songs of the ancients. You got first 4.5 hours into stream. Nobody else claimed it. It showed us the shortcut through the Rhyolith's mountain range, where we met some of the flaming songbirds. And now you're here. And now we're here. Glad you two didn't run off into the sunset together. No! Am I gonna instigate? Yes. Ah! He didn't like that. I would never not tell you about my adventures. That's not what I meant. It just seems to me like you really enjoyed your time together. Wait, what things? What things? I thought maybe you wanted some more. That's from a Cartoon Network show called Chowder. I don't know if you ever were familiar with that. I just really like that clip. Where are you two going next? I should probably talk to Melina. She was pretty mad when I left. I guess I should apologize while I still can. Oh, he's tearing up. Oh, so those are channel points. Those are channel points, and then streamers can upload their own image for their channel points, and I just call mine Mellies, and it's the watermelon from Donkey Kong 64. So those are my channel point redeems because this is a motherfucking Donkey Kong channel. Do you want me to come with you? No, I think I need to do this alone. Or rather, with her. And I have to check in on Rufus too. Nice melons. Maybe Hex taught her some fun magic tricks in the meantime. You left her with Hex? You left her with Hex? And with Grace. Hex is her brother. Don't worry, nothing was set on fire. I should go. But before I go, do you maybe want to do something together later today or tomorrow? Like a thing? Wait, what? Are they hitting it off? What? That one doesn't do anything. That's just 69. You know? Oh, like hanging out together? We could play charades with the werewolves. Ah! Guys, are they shipped?
Roadhouse.
Are they shipped right now? I did not see this coming. First of all, I have dibs on Malachite, John, Aura, blah blah blah. I have dibs on him, but you know, that's fine. Inside of the story. Oh my god! Are they hitting it off? I didn't think he had it in him. I'm freaking out. I'm gonna call him out. It's a date. It's a date. He's still blushing! Oh my god! I'm so happy for them. Stop. This is so cute. I'm dying. I'm so glad we kept streaming. Did you? Maybe I did! Oh my god, this is so cute. I didn't see this coming, chat. I did not ship these two. I'm living right now. This is juicy gosh. Oh. Oh my god, and he braided their hair too. That's so cute. Okay, that sounds really fun. Cool, I'll pick you up, or I'll see you around, or whatever. I'll see you. Oh my god, they're so cute. I'm dying. I did not see this coming. I thought, like, his heart would grow 3 sizes, not that he would get a date. I'm looking forward to it. Me too! Our emotionally vulnerable king. Let's go. Oh my god, so cute. Stop. Oh my god, this is so cute. Jesper, you don't understand. This character is I'm pretty sure he's gotten the most screen time in this game. He's had the most character growth. When we met him, he was like not saying anything, and with each encounter, he lowered his scarf to see his face. So like, this is growth. This is growth. Oh my god. I just want to savor this for a second. Poison the drink. Poison the happy couple. That is so cute. He didn't find Fable annoying or anything. Oh my god. Yeah, he did, Fable. He asked you on a date. He did. That's... Oh, what do I do now? Do you think Archie has books on dating? Or should I ask Hydra for advice? It probably knows about dating, right? Archie's still on his quest. Also, I'm right here. You're right. What should I do? This is so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, why would I ever say that? Just go, see where it takes you. Or where he takes you. Hopefully somewhere nice. Ah! Oh my god, stop. Oh my god. Fable feels safe with him. I do feel safe with him, so maybe I should try trusting this more. Mostly, I think you should just be honest with him. He seems to like you for who you are, so there's no need to hide. Imagine. Imagine, chat. Imagine. Yeah, I only get a couple options. I don't think it changes my answer selections don't change anything more than the immediate response afterwards. So at least you can have a little fun with it without consequences. But I was not about to like be mean. That's the scary thing. Why does he feel that way? Because you are very lovely. People keep saying that. But sometimes I just feel a lot lovelier hiding, you know? To me, it sounded like it's perhaps a bit too late for that. Sorry for listening in. You two were just very sweet. Oh my god, they were! Oh, I thought they were really cozy with each other. The way that they would finish each other's sentences. It's okay. I thought it was very sweet. He was very sweet. But now that he's gone, I have time to think again. And I'm not sure if it was supposed to be that type of sweet anymore. Maybe he was just being nice. He asked you on a date because he was just being nice? Look at her deadpan face. She don't have time for this. Well, maybe he felt bad for me or something. Innkeeper, dear, I think Fable might be in need of another drink. Maybe something to untangle their thoughts. Something for a quick escape from all this overthinking. That sounds good. I'll see what I can do. Fable! Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm living right now, chat. Oh my gosh. The thing is, I didn't see that coming. I wasn't expecting like this exponential character growth from him. I feel like there's only one thing to make Fable. It's this. It's Fable's... This is Fable's typical drink. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. This is so fucking cute. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm just so emotionally invested in these. I'm so emotionally invested in these characters, guys. Does this help? Very much so. Thank you. I feel like now I can uncurl the yarn ball that is my brain. What do you think I should do? What do you want to do? I want to go on our date, and I want to get to know him better. Maybe even get him to know me better too. Do you think he would like that? I think so, yes. I didn't see it coming. I feel like he was flirtatious with other people. The buzz sound is you make it constantly as you stim. I can see that. Like, actually. It seems like you don't need our answers. You have yours already. Sometimes I just feel like I need permission to listen to my heart. Do you know that you can give that permission to yourself? I forget that every time, but I know you're right. I think I know what to do now, somewhat. But I'll figure out the rest. I'm so shocked I lost the accent. You saw it coming a mile away? I was too close. I was too close to the situation. Oh my god, it's just so cute. Thank you for listening to me. I think sometimes that's all I really need when I'm scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared, as long as you don't run from the things that make you happy. You're right. It took me a while to realize that. Running is so easy, you know? Okay, but you know what? On a spiritual level, they're both avoidant, okay? They're both avoidant and they spent all this time together. And now they don't want to be avoidant anymore. This is so cute! You always know where to go. Away. But staying? You actually have to look at yourself. Figure out what your part is in everything. That can be a lot. But when I was on the journey back from the Boreas, dancing with Kumo to the music of the Navigator's fiddle, thinking about how I would have never gotten to that point if I hadn't put myself out there, I realized that life is so much more than a constant game of hide and seek from the things that truly mean something. And I decided to stop running from life, even if I'm scared. I want to do my best to face my problems, even though it's terrifying, and I know that I'm not alone. Is this still about Kumo? No, he was never a problem. He's one of the reasons I'm not alone. Just like you. With good friends by my side, I could do anything. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you will do. It might not be as impressive as you hope, but it will be me, and I'm excited about that. Me too. I'm really proud of you, Fable. Thank you for everything, especially the great advice. Ah! She's gonna poison the drink and commit tax fraud. We've created a monster. That is really great advice. Maybe you should take some of it too, Grace. Ah! Maybe you should. But we all conquer life at our own pace. My next personal Goliath is going to be reapplying my lip gloss. And maybe some blush. I do feel a little pale. Can I borrow a mirror for a bit, innkeeper? Of course. There are some free rooms and mirrors upstairs, right next to the acorn chimes. Just ignore the doors with do not enter signs. You shouldn't have said that. Now I want to check. Please don't. I won't. I'm polite. Or am I? Let's hope she won't find all the nightmare creatures you have locked up in there. Let's. Have you ever visited the Twilight Chasm? Not for long enough to capture any creatures. I see. What are you thinking about, innkeeper? Oh, you know, innkeeper things. I don't. No, I mean, since I'm not the innkeeper and all. Right. That song you mentioned, the one you started writing on the ship. I know it's not done yet, but how about a little sneak peek? To see if it would make for a good jingle. I don't think it's jingle material, but I don't mind sharing it with you. Just keep in mind that it's a work in progress. Of course. There's a calling on the wind beneath the talk of the keep. This is so bad. I've heard the tales, set the sails. Now it's time for me to leave. Sounds like a great opener. So you like it? It's wonderful. I can't wait to hear more. Me too. But it's still a little rough around the edges. I feel like it's missing something. Maybe the next adventure. Maybe. Will you let me know when it's done? Of course. I can't wait to show you the finished version. Thank you, Fable. I'm proud of you. Or maybe finally finishing a song. Or not running. Oh, thank you. Me too. Innkeeper, do you ever think about taking your own advice? All the time, yes. Why don't you? I don't know. It's hard, I know. But I promise I believe in you as much as you believe in me. And I know we'll both be okay. Oh, and I know we'll both be okay. I would like that. Me too. Well, I've talked a lot today. I'll give you some space. Maybe it's time to stop running. Oh, we're gonna open the letter. What a juicy day, chat. What a juicy day. We got a relationship, a canon relationship, and now we're gonna open the letter. Should I? Is it time to read that letter? Yes. Oh, that was easy. Guess I've been waiting. I've been wanting to go. What? Guess I've been wanting to for a while. Let's hope for no regrets. My dearest friend, long has it been since we've last talked. Long has it been since everything has been seared away by the cold flames of death. I wish I could still remember our last conversation. But it's a waning memory. I can only imagine how you enjoyed running away, wishing to forget whatever was between us. Maybe you did for a brief moment, for these 30 years. If you did, I'm writing this letter to kindly remind you of the good old times. To celebrate our reunion, I invite you to the spectacle of a century, the last day of the astral moon, welcoming the first light of the dying moon, where the realm of Tot is just a grasp away. Are there any spirits you'd like to remember? Are you afraid of what they might tell you? Worry not. I'll be right there. Watch the sky closely on the 35th of Cassiopeia. See you soon, old friend. Damn, we almost missed the invitation from our stubbornness. That was... I guess you've always been a fan of symbolism. But you didn't even leave an address. Very irresponsible. Jesper! This is the character! He's back! This character, I was like, this is you! Oh my god. I gave him a Jersey accent. Expletive. Pardon? No time. Duck, now! What's going on? Are you okay? Do you need help healing? Comes and swearing, and he's like a flirt and a bard and stuff. I just think the character design looks like you. Oh god, Jersey accent. Something's coming, something's big, something big. Your next show? What? No. There's no time. Duck! Is the ground? Yo, what? How can I stop streaming now? Now we're underwater, chat? First the stars come falling down and now we're underwater? Is everyone all right? I think so. Yes. Phew, that was a close call. Could have been really dangerous. Ah, God, I'm losing it. I don't know how to do, like, it comes and goes, the accent. What just happened? Why is there water outside the tavern? I'd also like to know the answer to that question. Yeah, I've got no clue. I was just outside by the woods, drafting my newest song. Then the ground beneath my feet began to rumble. Not even a minute passed and it rumbled again. Then a wall of water came rushing towards me. I didn't even dare to wait. I ran immediately, looking for shelter. No way I was gonna let my hair get wet. These strings are made of real Chabian silk, and the body's ethereal bamboo. It's a rarity. That's the first thing going through your mind with a giant wave rushing right at you? Of course. This instrument is just as valuable as my hands. And just as versatile. What a flirt. What a flirt. Is everyone alright? Ha! The Among Us characters fucking... We still don't know what the cameo is. Grace, dragons, you're alright. I was worried something had happened to you. Boy chilling with the Sopranos crew. It was like a chat decided his voice when he arrived earlier today. Somebody was like Jersey and I was like, all right, let me try it. Don't worry, when the walls started rumbling, I hid under a table and then I watched the water rush by the window. It was like a tsunami, but tsunamis are very rare, if not impossible, so far to the mainland. I'm struggling with it though. I'm juggling so many accents. Right, it's so strange. Everything seems to be submerged out there. I wonder what could cause such a cataclysm. It's worrying to say the least. And it's definitely too dangerous to go outside. Even the tavern is leaking. Don't worry, it'll withstand. Are you sure? I'm sure. I've gotten through worse than this. Ew. It's gotten through worse than this. I wouldn't have thought I could withstand this sort of thing. But even more so glad it can. Seems to be a very simple yet sturdy tavern after all. Just like you, innkeeper. Are you flirting with the... Are you flirting with the innkeeper? That's so appropriate. Pah! Me? No. Also, that's besides the point. Is it? I mean, unless I like to work my body. Wait, what is happening right now? I like to work my body helps in a lot of aspects. Can we get back to the point, please? Yeah, sure, the point. Right, back to the point. Did you see exactly what happened? Not really. I was listening to the whistle. I was listening to the whistle of the wind in the tree tops, jotting down notes for my next song. It's just so, it's so poetic for a Jersey accent. Then suddenly a horde of silver-crested deer rushed towards me. Before they could trample over me, I jumped up on a rock that I was sitting on and watched them gallop downhill. Then I saw the water break through the canopies, snapping the trees in half like they were all Charlotte skewers. I wasted no second, turned on my heel knowing I'd be done for if I waited just a moment longer. Then I was here and told you to duck. That sounds horrible. Are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine. Thanks. And anyway, with whom do I have the pleasure? I'm Grace. Nice to meet you, Grace. I'm... Oh my, you're Voyage, aren't you? The silver-tongued virtuoso. Yes, that would be me. My apologies. I didn't mean to push any boundaries. but I saw you perform at the Dropstone Institute's campus that one time. And I must say, you pulled on all the heartstrings with your beautiful performance. No? Yeah, I did that? Yes, I was awestruck by what your music could do. It was like magic in its very own way. Grace cries a lot. Just an observation. Nothing wrong with that. Music can be very soothing in moments of distress. Were you distressed back then? A little. I don't remember exactly why anymore, but I remember the emotion. But I'm more distressed than I am right now. I hope Hex is safe and well. I'm sure he is. Shoot! Did you see that creature swimming by? What? Where? It looked like a red-winged eel. Ah! Haven't seen one of those in ages. Where is its natural habitat? Actually, the Twilight Chasm. Why is it here? Something isn't right. I'm afraid you might be correct. I mean, our Monster Prom crew went into the Twilight Chasm, so... I wonder if that choice affected things, like if a different calamity would happen. I might be overthinking it. I'm also very afraid. Very much so. I don't think it's safe to go outside. Of course not. You should all stay here for the night. That be possible? Of course, the tavern will withstand this. And a bit of company wouldn't hurt. I agree. Thank you, Innkeeper. Also, where is your boy toy just sleeping through this event, Fable? Say, you with the loot. What's your name? Fable. My name is Fable. Do you play? The loot, I mean. Yeah, Fable's going on a date, but like, her boy's upstairs, I thought. Or no, maybe he left to go see Melina. Never mind. He's not in the building. He's not in the building. I'm not judging him. Sometimes. I'm still practicing and not all that good with it yet. How is it about we play together? A song or two to lift our spirits and wait out the catastrophe going on outside. It's very untuned, and it goes out of tune really quickly, but I guess that's a loot thing. I gotcha. Show it to me. I'll help you, and then we'll jam until the new dawn rises. Okay, so this is where we left off, folks. Another cataclysmic event happened at the end of Act 2. Now the whole world is underwater. We also opened the letter, and it seems like an old flame wrote us a letter. It seems like somebody that we know, and we're supposed to meet them on the 31st, which is either 3 or more days from now, which is the 18th. And most importantly, I don't know if our choices caused this. Wait, were they dead? Wait a minute, what? What did I miss? Okay, the most important thing is, I don't know if my choices, my selections, made our boy Malachite date Fable. But now we are shipping them officially. They are canon. They're canon and adorable. Bonds of death have separated us. Well, I thought they knew somebody that died. Or, alternatively, they could have died and then the letter was sent posthumously. I didn't consider that. I went with the first option, that they just knew somebody who died and then they grew apart. But we'll find out on the 31st. Oh. Bobbins, you have to use your legs if you want to sit on me. That tape is hanging on for dear life. Grace? Is she here? Good mythical morning to you too, Hex. This isn't funny, Innkeeper. Tell me, is she here? Please tell me she's here. She is. I'll let her know you are too. Bobbins, I need you to sit on me because I'm like at an awkward angle. Oh. He woke up from his nap and now he just needs mom time. Thank you. By the dragons. I was worried sick. So sick. She'll be happy to know you're safe and sound too. The flood was enormous, and if she had gotten caught up in it... Oh, no. I don't even want to begin to imagine. Then don't. We don't really like Hex, do we? How about a drink to calm your nerves? Yes, a drink sounds great. Something that will untangle my thoughts and help me focus. I'll see what I can do. And they say this isn't alcohol. Alright, brains. Brains. But which brain? Bubbins, you're being annoying on purpose. You know that? I know you are. Alcohol doesn't usually entangle your thoughts or help you focus. But people drink it to numb themselves. I have espresso martini stuff, and it's not like I'm gonna drink 10 espresso martinis to finish my bottles here. But I would like to treat myself to an espresso martini at least once before I move. Bubbins, you are ridiculous. He's like aggressively cute with me, which can only mean one thing. Okay, so we got two crown. I don't think we need any infusions. I'm glad we're starting off with one of my easier voices. Oh! Oh, with the 34 months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Thank you for keeping up the subscription. How are you doing? People always say for Pete's sake. But who the fuck is Pete? Who the fuck is Pete? Sparkly Nebula. We got it. How are you doing? How you doing, Pooh? Maybe this will help clear your mind. It does, at least a little bit. Thank you, Innkeeper. Sisters arrived. Hex, good to see you safe and well. You too. Where have you been? Are you all right? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. The innkeeper and yesterday's superstars took good care of me. Just as you took good care of us. The least we could have done was be there for each other. How have you been, brother dear? Did you get hurt? No, but I was worried about you. The whole night, locked in that damned house. All I could think about was how the flood might have... Why didn't you tell me you were going to the tavern? I looked everywhere for you. That's actually crazy. Congrats. Yeah, thanks, Pooh. Honestly, it's at this point I gotta follow the job. Things are rough out here. Oh, sorry. I didn't know I needed your permission to go outside. That's not what I'm trying to say. Then what are you trying to say? That you could have gotten hurt, and I wouldn't have known. I don't expect a tsunami to hit Gaia every day. That wasn't in the foreseeable future, Hexy. Uncontrollable things happen, and when they do, we do our best to overcome them. I love that she just looks so over it. Also, I can protect myself quite well. Still, how was I supposed to know you were safe? I'm an adult now, you know? You could try trusting my capabilities. Furthermore, Soar, was very useful last semester. SOR, or PSAOR? Protective sigils and other remedies. Ah. Also, the tavern itself is well protected by my own brand of sigils. That's at least something. Yes, I'm very thankful to the innkeeper and their tavern kept me safe. I didn't mean to worry you. I don't plan on being gone for so long, but then the flood happened. Okay, sure. How have you been holding up? Is the house alright? Apart from some minor damage and some leak in the roof, I suppose it's fine. I wasn't even aware of the approaching flood until the house's foundation started trembling. Hex always looks so mischievous. I was busy in my workshop harvesting the essence of Dimension 567 for my research. I hope you didn't rip a hole in the fiber of magic again. I didn't. Even if I did, you couldn't have stopped me. You weren't there after all. Right. But I can scold you now. You won't want to when you find out that I actually managed to harvest something. You did? That's amazing. What a huge breakthrough. That would mean I created a teeny tiny rip to the astral realm and got my hands on some stardust. Well, sort of. How? I got an astral shard when the stars fell. Ah, I see. There's still an issue of never knowing exactly what might come through when you open these kinds of rifts. Could be anything, or anyone. Like creatures. For example. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, it wouldn't. Because when your sister just appears again, you wouldn't know if she got eaten by a creature, or is just out for a stroll. Hex, cut it out. What? We get it, alright? I went away, you were worried, we get it. But I'm my own person, and I can do what I like. I'm getting tired of this. Grace has a whole-ass PhD, bro. Well, me too. Then stop. I don't want to fight. Then don't. Sorry. It's fine. We just shouldn't spend our time fighting when there are so many more interesting things going on. How about a wee bit of distraction? Oh, we can go outside and see if we can take samples of the floodwater. Exactly. Who knows? Maybe it holds spectacular and rare magical properties. That sounds lit. Maybe it'll help me finish my long-term research project. Possibly. Though, to access the primordial vortex, you'd need primordial seawater. I know. But who knows what we'll find. Don't forget to fill me in on your research. Theopractically, I'd tell you anything, but only theopractically. Also, quick recap. I think we learned that she's mortal, but he's not. Which also adds to the fact that Hex is the older brother, but looks younger and is doting on her and stuff. But that's what I think we learned. Bjorn hadn't picked up on that. Yeah, that was like a... She touched on it briefly and it just seemed like she was alluding to it. Mike! Welcome in! Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. How was, I think you were playing Clair Obscur. Did you just start that? Are you fresh on your Clair Obscur Expedition 33 journey? Wouldn't have expected anything else. Thank you, Innkeeper, for hosting me the night and all. See you soon. I gotta use the Jersey accent. Hold up. Morning, you two. Did you sleep well? Gotta warm up, chat. Gotta warm up. As well as we could, with the sweet song of stormy waves pattering against our windows. So very well and inspiring dreams. And with inspiring dreams. Glad to hear that. Your impromptu concert certainly helped me sleep. Wait, yeah, they played a song together. Because it was so boring. No, because it calmed my nerves. All of our nerves, I think. Not that I have any. You don't have nerves? Is that a phantasm thing? Why does she keep calling Voy a phantasm? He looks like a tiefling or something. Your time is up. See you later. Yes. DM me. Keep in touch, Pooh. Thanks for stopping by. Mike wants to get steps in today, but it's raining and afraid to walk on the walking pad. Oh my god, I think you can walk, Mike. I think you can walk. The thing is, like, don't submerge it in water. But I think you're fine to walk, man. No, I meant, those metaphorical nerves. Sorry, missed opportunity. Noives. Oh, you get those too? No, of course not. I'm Voy. Well, yeah, sometimes. Mostly when I have to perform. Isn't that embarrassing? Not really. That also make me nervous. Oh, though, I'd have to say, last night, performing with you for Grace and the Innkeeper, it was kind of, relaxing. I could just lose myself in the performance without having to worry about what anyone else would think of me. Not that I ever do, but it was nice. We should make more music together sometime. Actually, Fable just got started on a new song. Maybe you can collaborate. Really? That'd be awesome. Well, yes, you're right. That would be awesome. I think working on it together would be fun. Expletive, yeah! Oh, sorry. Hooray. I'm looking forward to our grand collaboration. And charming you with it, Innkeeper. Alright. Wait, is there tension between us and Voy? Is that what this is? You're supposed to say you're also looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. Eee! Wait, are we flirting with Voy? I'm taking it that way. That's what I thought. Aren't we gonna be cool together? The coolest. Too cool for me to describe. I already know we'll blow you away. I'm counting on it. Enough chit-chat. I should check up on the village. Maybe someone needs a good song to cheer him up. I'm sure Baya would love one. I think Baya was probably cheered up by a good flood. Speaking of her, maybe you can hand out some of her spa coupons for me. Sure thing. Her spa rocks. I shall start by enlightening Grace. Is she still here? No, she just left, together with Hex. Something about primordial water. Those wizards. I'll try to catch up to them. See you soon. Don't finish the song without me, Fable. I'll wait for you. I was expecting a little wink and a kiss before Voy left. Can I get one of those coupons? Sure you can. Just make sure to tell Baya I sent you. Of course. What's a strange morning? Or exciting morning? Both, I think. Would you like a morning drink? Yes. Something that will help me with writing my song, please. And our date later... I mean, unless it's not postponed because the world is flooded. I don't know. Charisma off the charts, guys. Charisma and inspiration. We might go with Sunny Breeze. No, Spoken Heart makes more sense for writing. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. We're good. 1, 2. What am I missing? What am I missing, chat? Oh, there's not supposed to be. We have room, don't we? What am I doing wrong? Why was that wrong? Oh. Oh, I can remove one layer at a time. Okay, learning in real time. Alright. Spoken heart time. A drink with 0 primordial water. Maybe. It does taste a little primordial and very delicious. Perfect. You know, last night when I couldn't sleep, I was watching the fish swimming by the windows. Their scales kept reflecting in the water, making them shift and shimmer, like they almost weren't there. I was mesmerized by them. It was like a dream that kept pulling me towards the waves. It was beautiful and haunting. Do you think it looks like that every day somewhere? That beautiful? That haunting? I think any place we can imagine exists somewhere, if only in our heads. I'd like to see all of those places. I don't think they're all safe to see. Oh, whoa. I was about to say, with John Malachi Aura by her side. And Sarah. Babel, by the dragons, they're here. Are you alright? I am. The innkeep kept me safe. It's good to see you both are well too. Couldn't you have let us know you were breathing? We couldn't find you anywhere. I'm sorry. I just woke up. Were you guys worried about me? Maybe. Of course we were. I don't even know if you can swim. I can. Can you? Of course. No. Oh, we should teach you sometime. Sure. Thank you for worrying about me. But I actually had a pretty nice night. Boy and I gave Grace and the innkeeper a small concert where we were all stuck inside. Oh my god, he's literally crying. Oh, sad that we missed that. Oh yeah, he's Kumo now. Can't keep up. Next appointment in June or July? That's good. Only like 3 months away. Sooner the better though, so that the lines don't spread out too much. I can track down Void to give you guys an encore. That'd be nice. I'm sorry I didn't get around to picking you up. It's okay. I bet the roads were a bit busy. Yeah, it was a little tough getting out. Rufus loved it though. I think he made some new friends. Seems like this catastrophe had some pleasant side effects. What happened anyway? Did a whale eat the moon this time? No idea what that's supposed to mean, but no. Or maybe. No idea how it happened. They say the primordial sea flooded the Twilight Chasm. And it all spilled out through the portals into Fesoa, leaving us with this mess. That's new. We still have like 3 rumors to resolve. I really hope we can finish today. At least the other continents probably got through it without much trouble. For once, they can be less jealous of our portals. I do hope everyone is okay. Everyone we could check on is, luckily for us, The water's drained enough to rescue everyone around here. Though I heard that underwater hasn't emerged yet. Happy to see you all emerged. Mostly. What does that mean? You're still looking for someone? Yes. I was wondering if Melly was here. She wasn't home when I checked on her. No, she didn't stop by yesterday, nor today. Did you see her before that? Did she say where she was going? I'm afraid she hasn't been in since she returned from Zoford. That wizard punk hasn't been here either. Or seen her either. Took a second to ask him when he almost broke down Kumo's door looking for Grace. Hex is so strange. Do we know if she can swim? I'm sure she can. And I'm sure she's just taken shelters elsewhere. You taught her how to hide well, after all. Maybe she's just putting that to good use. When I returned yesterday, I found Rufus eating out of a strange apparatus that dispenses food and water every couple hours. Rufus is on a water feeder. Like someone really smart set it up for him in their absence. Yes, he was gorging himself on some food, but Melly was nowhere to be found. Oh, that's worrying. Did she leave a note? No. I'm sure she's okay. Maybe ask Una. She probably put her up to something. I shall investigate that avenue. Right now. Fable, would you be okay with moving our time? You got an appointment or something? More like a date. Can't wait for that story. I'll tell you later. But, yes, we should move it. This isn't the kind of dancing in the rain I was hoping for. Me neither. Another time, then? Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Me too. I hope she doesn't try to investigate the fish. They'd eat her alive. Sounds a little more hopeful. The girl's savvy. I mean, look at that contraption she left behind. Ain't no fish got a chance against her. Being hopeful isn't really my thing. Then make it your thing. I'll let you know when I find her. Such a man of few words. A man of expletive words. He's just worried. Uh-huh. Speaking of worries and words, Sarah, it's good to finally see you back. How was the escorting? I hope you didn't get too wet. It happened. How did it happen? Well, actually, this can wait a bit, right? No. Uh-oh. Oh god, what choice did we... What path of fate did we just select? Too bad. My life doesn't run on your schedule. Have some patience. I'm not very patient. Not my problem. I feel bad now. I'd like to check up on Uncle Dragon. Make sure that the old fart is still up and running. Fable, I'm guessing you'd like to check in with your family too? Yes. I would love to make sure everyone's alright. Maybe Melly's with the Amaranthine Hydra. She really wanted to ask it for tea recommendations. What about my story? Why are we being so pushy? You'll hear the darn thing soon enough. Don't get too excited about it. I'll see if I can drag Rhea and Fancy Pants along as well. Think they can use a drink. Speaking of which, got one for the road? Sure thing. Something strong to get you through all that socializing? You got it. Strong. I mean, Sailor's courage is always good. The hot pepper's always the best one for that. Here, strongest thing I could brew up for you. It's got abs, sir. Thanks. I miss these drinks. A little. Oh, that's sweet. Don't dwell on it. Anyway, Fable, let's go. Damn, does she just chug it? I'll be right there. I'm sure everybody will be okay, Innkeeper, so don't you worry about it. And make sure to keep hot chocolate warm for Melly. I'm sure she'd love one of those. I'll give her my best. I know you will. Don't swim out too far. We'll see. Speaking of hot chocolate, y'all, I made myself a hot chockey yesterday and today with soy milk, a little bit of sugar, baking chocolate since it's less sweetened, and reishi mushroom powder since I have some. It was actually really good. The reishi mushroom gave it an earthy flavor. The waters are dangerous these days. Just what are you up to? Time to make sure I have enough ingredients for a hot chocolate around, I guess. Good to see that you're open, Innkeep. And good evening to you, Una. Ha! Spare me the babbling. Though I'm glad to see you seem to be unharmed. I am, thanks to some protective spells I put on the inn a while back. Works better than any insurance. Also, last time, the innkeeper alluded to, like, we're one with the house. Like, maybe we are a spirit of the house, and we are the same entity. Like, there was one line after the flood that Grace called out and said, what? So I'm curious if we literally can't leave. I don't know. What about you? Are you unharmed? I'm as good as new. Might be missing an arm, but that doesn't mean I forgot how to swim. It's easier than walking, actually. And breathing in water instead of air is unexpectedly nice. These gills aren't just for decorative purposes. That's a little bit like home, you know? But the water tasted different than that of the astral sea. More primordial, I might even say. Yeah, I figured. But you don't seem to be very worried about it. Maybe you're just a spirit that haunts the inn. Yeah, that's the closest I can guess what it is, because otherwise, I don't know enough about fantasy to know what else it would be called, but something like that. It seems like we're a house spirit, like Howl's Moving Castle or something. I guess we'll find out on the 31st. Nah, whatever happens is none of my business now. I'm retired. Literally retired people act like this. They earned it. And water also doesn't bother me. Shouldn't bother you too much either, am I right? Since you're so close to... I knew you wouldn't forget. I might be old, but I'm not senile. Me neither. So you wouldn't call the primordial sea your home, then? I've inhabited a few planes already. My past doesn't define the word home for me anymore. But you're right. Primordial water doesn't do any harm to me. What are we? Even if I wanted to drown in it, I wouldn't be able to. But honestly, I was more worried about my patrons than the inn itself. I hope everyone is safe and well. Wouldn't worry too much about all your regulars. Adventurers are tough folk, and your drinks toughen them up even further. I have faith that you're right. But your tavern? Well, let's just say it has definitely seen better days. Nah, that's kind of an understatement. It looks like expletive. Ouch. I've been working the whole day to clean up as much as I can. My condolences. Say, have you ever talked to the Wizard of Morlai? Morlaia. No, sadly, I haven't had the pleasure. Oh, you should if you get the chance. He's always loved all kinds of spells and enchantments. More of the kind involving trickery, like puzzles and traps, but I'm sure he knows a protective spell or two. I mean, he's been protecting his wizard tower for quite some time now. How do we keep unlocking rumors, bro? Who's gonna... We have like 4 open quests. I'll keep that in mind if I ever meet him. But I suppose you're not just here to talk. How about a drink? Ha! You definitely have a way with customer service. How about a drink that'll wake up my old muscles so I can help you tidy up your tavern afterwards? I can't quite remember having asked for help. Ah, what's that? My old ears suddenly can't understand what you're saying. How unfortunate. Maybe a strong drink would help. Alright, coming right up. Why would we say no to help? Sometimes I don't understand the narrator's responses. Like, I didn't consent to some of these responses, chat. They were not my idea. I would be like, really, Una? Thanks. That is so uncharacteristic of you. Sailor's Courage. Southern Brawler. And now let's do another Sailor. Wait, Steel is Defense. Let's do another Sailor's Courage. She just looks like she has a scratchy voice. If anything, I feel like that's my most accurate voice. There you go, a drink, powerful like the astral sea. Wonderful! I consumed enough primordial water to last me weeks. And? It doesn't taste exactly like home, but the hint of elemental magic revives some old memories. I gotta say, you definitely know your craft. Thank you. Could I maybe convince you to just relax and let me do my work? Innkeeper, we still have a manuscript to review, okay? We haven't even done that. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Forget it! Let's clean this messy tavern. You insist. Before I forget, all that water swept some animal remains into my pockets. Don't really know where they came from. I don't feel any kind of astral energy coming from them. So I assume they're either Gaian or primordial. And before I stab myself with them while cleaning, I want to check if you would have any use for them. Stab? Yeah, they're surprisingly sharp. Now I'm curious. Let me see. Ha! You're so easy. New infusion! Thank you, Una. They may not be primordial, but I think I know just what to do with them. You gonna spice up some drinks? Maybe. Can't wait to try them then. And now, let's spice up this old rusty tavern. That achievement is called Distract and Run. Welcome back to my tavern, brave adventurers. Good to see you're all unharmed and doing... well? Wait, did someone die? Hold up. Oh no. At least we didn't drown. By the way, who's that granny on your porch? Looks like she's collecting driftwood. Don't mind her. She's an old friend of mine with some weird habits. She wanted to help tidy up my tavern after the flood. That's kinda nice, actually. I suppose so. I couldn't convince her to let me do it alone. Did the flood hit you as well? You bet. I had to hold on to Rhea for a quick second there, or else she would have been swept away like a twig. Wait, what did she say? Aha, your east? We had just passed the Thames when it happened. Luckily, there were 2 carriages nearby, wedged between sturdy trees and a large boulder. We managed to pull ourselves out of the raging waters into those carriages. Thank the dragons. It could have gone south real quick. And your tavern looks a wee bit wet as well. It is. I've been working non-stop to clean it up. That's not good. Working non-stop? Comes with being self-employed, I get. No. I mean the flood. Never heard of a flood that massive. Spread all the way from Thames to Zenith. You're right. We certainly aren't that close to the sea. Thames, maybe, but not your inn. It's all still very recent. We'll have to wait until we know the true extent of it. But what about your mission? Did you complete it before the flood started? Did someone die? Come to think of it, Archie, you've been awfully quiet today. It's very unlike the noble hero I know. Give him a break, would you? We had some pretty tough nights. Oh, did something go wrong? The drink you prepared for us with those golden feathers? I remember. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. Oh, there was a... Did we choose wrong? Oh my god, I didn't consider that our drink choices would lead in like a bad ending for a quest. We made the wrong choice. I wonder if we just got lucky with the right choices this whole time. The Risma route failed us, guys. But it wasn't enough. Don't know if another potion could have changed our fate, though. Guess I'm gonna have to play it again. Consequences from our actions? Who would have thought? Guess I'm telling the story then. Let's begin. Wait, that's why Sarah didn't want to talk about it up first. We actually would have been well prepared if this had been a normal escorting mission, that is. It all started just like a regular quest. We met our client in this temporary abode, which looked like it was worth more money than Sarah and I will ever make in our lives. Combined. Correct. Anyways, our client's name was Theodore. Theodore Hugo Frederick Sinclair III, to be exact. He told us politely not to call him by his full name, so we agreed on Theodore. He's the noble son of some wealthy diplomat, hence the long name. I figured. And you had to get him to Juria because of some financial conflicts between them and the mainland. Correct. At first everything went surprisingly well. Since the magical bridge got destroyed, we had to get to Juria by ship. Because of the dispute, no ships from the mainland are allowed to dock at Massa, so we had to take the long way. From the port of Windmore and the Windy Meadows to Twinborough, and then Massa by foot. All with a young nobleman that rarely strays from home. The kid had some quirks and mannerisms neither of us were familiar with, but luckily Archie was here to help us out. I tend to be a little wary around rich people, but we actually got along quite well. Especially little Archie here was hanging on his every word. We didn't take the main road to avoid much unwanted attention. Moving quickly through the Jurian tundra, we only encountered a few obstacles, like tree trunks. Yeah, that's like the least amount of obstacles. Ray and I kept the path clear while Archie entertained our client. He was quite useful after all, even though this was his first quest. He definitely knew how to tell stories to keep us entertained. Theodore loved every tale Archie told. Yeah, seems like you're a natural-born storyteller. Ye also have a surprising amount of knowledge about plants and stuff, in that orange head of yours. I'm glad I could be of help. Theo rarely went outside, so I assisted him with my knowledge of plants that sting, or those with poison. It's a very helpful skill. Everything went as planned, until the sun started setting. I think my ears picked it up first. They were like a bunch of low humming sounds, far away still, but definitely unusual. Didn't hear anything, but I'd always trust the fluffy ears of a vacuum over my own. I asked the two boys if those types of sounds were common around there, but they both denied it. That's when I started getting this weird feeling in my gut. Every experienced adventurer develops that sooner or later. It's like a sixth sense to keep you out of trouble. I know what you're talking about. That looming feeling deep within your stomach. I knew something was wrong, and that if we didn't get out of there, our situation would only get worse. At first, I just told Rhea, didn't want to alarm the two boys. Your client should never be afraid. That's just bad customer service. Agreed. So we quietly tried to figure out what to do. By then, I could also faintly hear the deep sounds. But if I could hear them, Archie and Theodore could as well. They also heard us talking. That's unfortunate. We agreed on positioning the two boys between us, even though Archie proclaimed he could fight as well. A simple but efficient lineup. Me at the back of the line, Sarah in the front, 'cause she's got the best ears. Theodore was still calm. He said something along the lines of course they'd try and start an assault. That's why I hired you, remember? He's not wrong. I just would have expected more, you know, the regular kind of assassin. Whatever that might be. If you'd let me continue, I'd get to it. Sorry, my bad. Now shut up, Innkeep! To make things worse, it got real dark real quick. We could hear that guttural grunting all around us. She said, "Bog and crap, where are they? Where are they coming from?" But, well, at first I could only see one, then two. Then suddenly they were everywhere. Zombies! We were surrounded by zombies! I had to think fast. There weren't any gaps in their formation, so I knew we had to fight. Thanks to those enchanted feathers in your drink, I was able to quickly overpower two zombies by smashing their heads together. You're strong. I like strong women. I pushed both boys forward so they didn't get involved. If I knew we wanted to get out of there in one piece, we needed to stay together. Sarah was blocking attacks left and right, slicing through rotten skin and brittle bones with her greatsword. She was a sight to behold. Okay. Alright. Blossoming romance? My sword lended me its power to fight us through. But I would have needed more time to figure out a plan. There were just so many of them. I knew we had to get back to the main road. The terrain so deep in the forest was very uneven and made running away from the horde of the undead even more difficult. How did so many of them even get there? At least it was apparent why all those animals had disappeared on the road. They got eaten by the undead. And we'd be next if we didn't get that expletive out of there. So we ran. But turns out, a nobleman's clothes aren't made for running. They're made for nothing except looking obnoxious. They're not even that comfortable. I was prepared. I was more prepared than Theo, but some of my seams ripped. I could hear Rhea behind us telling us to hurry up unless we wanted to die. So I wrapped my hand around Theo's velvet-coated wrist and just didn't let go. There's no way I could let anyone die on my first mission. But then, right before we got to the main road. He tripped. I suppose it was bound to happen. Raya had to outrun us and was already stumbling onto the main road ahead. I tried to pull Theo up on his feet, but his pants must have gotten caught in some thorns. And he just couldn't get up. I tried to get him free. I really tried, but my hands were just so sweaty and shaky. I saw the zombies. I saw the rotting faces. And as they got closer and I was too far ahead to realize what was going on. And when I finally noticed, it was too late. I knew getting on the road was our main priority. But when I got there, and the 2 boys were missing, I knew something must have gone wrong. I turned around, and right as I did, I saw Archie and Theodore on the ground. A bunch of zombies getting real close to them. I warded off the first 2, maybe 3, but there were just so many of them. And Theo screamed. It was a horrifying scream filled with pain and agony. I've read about that sort of scream before, but I didn't think it would sound so heartbreaking. Yes. That's when Rhea and Sarah suddenly appeared next to us again. They pushed the zombies back and helped Theo get up. Well, as much as he could, with what was left of his left leg. I know I had to come up with a plan. There were too many zombies for us to fight, and running away would have been difficult since Theodore was hurt. But your drink was driving me forward. Kinda like a drinkable Lucky Charm. I had already slain the Chimera, so I should have been able to handle a few undead and a hurt client with ease. Slain a Chimera? Yeah. Oh, you keep surprising me. Sadly, slaying all those undead wasn't a possibility. But maybe, I thought to myself, maybe I could outsmart them. Theo was hurt. He also wasn't looking too good. The undead seemed to be drawn to the smell of his fresh blood. Thanks to your drink, I was still quite tasty. Wait, quite tasty. Quite hasty. I knew I could outrun any dead expletive. So on a whim, I turned back to the other 3. Rhea was trying to fight back dozens of monsters, while Archie supported Theodore. I grabbed a piece of bloodied cloth that had been ripped off Theodore's leg. I don't know if they listened, or if it was just the smell that drew me to them, but I yelled, "I'm here! Come and get it, y'all! Fresh piece of meat!" I thought she'd gone crazy, I tell you. But it was a smart move. I definitely had their attention. Archie was out of it, so I told Rhea to just follow the path to Amasa and retreat. And treat Theodore's wounds as quickly as possible. I would then catch up to them as soon as I was done there. And that's what we did. I don't argue with women that are taller and faster than me. Her quick thinking probably saved our expletive. I'm glad Ray has a little bit of comic relief right now. Good call, both of you. I led those brain-dead monsters in the opposite direction. Turns out, I could easily outrun them. But I wanted to get rid of them once and for all, or else we couldn't have been safe for long. And as soon as I spotted a cliff between the trees with nothing but a vast sea further on, I knew what to do. I knew I had to override my instincts, so it was kind of dangerous. But I yelled one more time, "Come and get me if you can." Then I threw the piece of cloth off the cliff. My instincts kicked in, wanted to play fetch. Luckily, my will was stronger than the monsters. One after another, they tried to catch the blood-drenched fabric and jumped, falling to their, well, hopefully final deaths. Can't believe that actually worked. Me neither. But otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. I'm glad. Seems like the undead are kind of like a pack of animals, at least for the most part. Few of them didn't take the bait, but nothing my greatsword couldn't fix. I followed Ray on the boys' tracks until we met up again. We could already see the lights of Amasa in the distance. But we hadn't been fast enough. With every step, Theo's hand grasping my shoulder was getting weaker and weaker. I didn't dare look at his face while I talked to him to keep him awake. Even then, even when his answers started to get sparse and quiet. But you made it, right? Right? No. He didn't make it. Tell me that's not true. I wish it wasn't, but I'd never lie about someone's death. Especially not his. I'm so sorry, Archie. I didn't know the mission would be so dangerous. It's not your fault, Innkeep. It's none of our faults either. Maybe I should have prepared a different drink for you. It's alright. We did our best. Things don't always go as planned. I guess life isn't as magically perfect as the numerous tales I've read would suggest. Bad things can happen to anyone, even those with the purest of hearts. Some may deserve it, but most don't. I just wish it wouldn't have been him. It's such a selfish thought, but I can't get it out of my head. And that's fine. It's just not fair. Why him? I apologize. I didn't mean to raise my voice like that. It's alright, kid. We know the pain you feel. You know, some deaths are inevitable. Illness, old age, whatever it may be. Those are easier to stomach, even if they hurt. That's true. And then there are deaths which are completely unexpected. Those don't feel fair to us. They make us think, if only I did this, if only I did that, so forth. You mustn't dwell on those feelings. It's okay to mourn, but you can't change the past. The only thing you can change is the future. Damn, if we played this a week ago, I would be a mess. That little soliloquy there was very, like, Booker dime coded for me. Live the laugh your friend would have wanted for you. Make him proud. I suppose you're right. What did you do then? Did you still go to Amasa? We did, yes. He must have died just before we arrived. Someone from the Night Watch recognized him. We were immediately surrounded by healers, but it was already too late. You may bring bodies back from the dead, but not souls. After we explained the situation and how I got rid of the zombies, they offered for us to stay the night. We needed some rest before making our way back the next morning. I also sent a letter to Theo's family. I wanted to, after all. I've known him since I was a child, and I was with him in his last moments. If someone was going to deliver the bad news, it needed to be me. I'm not sure I would have acted so calm and collected. I really wasn't. Also, I don't know if this is perhaps too macabre, but would you hold on to something for me? Of course, what is it? It's the quill that I used to write the letter to Theo's parents. I must have lost my supply somewhere on the way to Diria. So I had to buy a new quill. First I thought of it as a nice memento, but the wound is still too fresh. I'll hold on to it, as long as you need me to. Thank you, Innkeeper. Just, what's going to happen with the dispute between Diria and the mainland now? Not that an ambassador has died on Drurian soil. It's just such a big mess. And we didn't fix anything. We just made things worse. Anyway, I'm just so terribly tired. Please excuse me. Good night, everyone. You want to sleep here tonight? Sometimes a little company can do wonders. And you'll be safe from any potential floods. I'll also be sleeping here. I suppose you're right. Maybe I'll occupy one of your rooms then, dear innkeeper. Of course, go on upstairs. Third door on the left. Make yourself at home. I think I'll just sleep. But I appreciate your kindness. Thank you. Good night, everyone. I hope he'll be all right. Let the kid grieve. I guess asking if either of you would like a drink would be a little insensitive at this point. Don't. Got it. Instead, Sir, let's talk about your extraordinary fighting skills. Gotta say, I was really impressed with how you decimated those zombies. Takes a good beast slayer to know one. Nah, I'm more of the general fighting type, you know? But I can always appreciate two strong hands. And such a well-crafted greatsword on top of that. Happy to see you appreciate the solid craftsmanship. It was a gift from my Baba. She told me about the great dragons themselves, gifted it to her. But I don't know if that's true. Could be. You won against a chimera after all. You might be onto something there. Have you ever heard of the Great Axe of Ur? The most powerful weapon ever forged by the origin of the world themselves? You bet. You really think it exists? I mean, my Baba loved to tell stories. But if her sword was made by the dragons, maybe Ur's great axe is also more than just a myth. Dwarves have their origin in subterranean caves, you know, on the plane of Ur. I grew up in a labyrinth of caves, surrounded by gems and ores and legends and tales. I mean, I haven't seen it with my own eyes yet, but I'm convinced the legendary weapon exists. I bet it's so large, I probably wouldn't even recognize it as an axe. I've heard Erd keeps it in their resting place at all times. Yeah, though so far no one has found it yet. Another rumor? And hopefully no one ever has to. What do you mean? You know the tale. Someone was to wake up Ur up. The apocalypse would begin. But that's just an old tale, right? Something you tell kids that don't want to eat their food. You know, eat up, or Ur will awaken. Questionable parenting techniques, if you ask me. Yeah, I got to hear that a few times when I was still a wee brain. All those tales ever did was make me want to craft a legendary weapon myself. Have you ever made something like that? Not yet, but I will soon. I'll make the greatest weapon ever forged and smash this year's Orhart blacksmithing competition to bits. I'll outcraft my ex-husband with ease. That expletive. Ex-husband? Yeah, we used to work together. Now he claims I wouldn't stand a chance without him. I'll prove him wrong. Anyways, Innkeep, Sarah, I think it's getting quite late, and it's been an exhausting week. Absolutely agreed. Let's get some rest. And then look for another quest elsewhere to afford me crafting materials. Oh wait, yeah, Ray was promised riches or something from the vampire and didn't get it. Good night, you two. Good night, Sarah. Not Innkeep. Please, let's make some job quests. Oh my god, we have so many. Yes, we did. You were out visiting old friends I had seen in a while. Your time at the beach was great. Nice. You had some, it looked like you had some Gulf Coast seafood. Those were some big scrimps that you posted in Jose's Court. Alright, we're gonna BRB real quick. Wow, our first Tavern Talk stream was over a month ago. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. We know so much, and I'm really emotionally invested in these characters. Seaside confirms huge scrimps. Massive scrimps. Massive. My voice is doing okay too, just because we haven't had any of the crazy voices. Honestly, Melly's voice was probably the hardest for me yesterday. I don't know how to do a Nico's voice, but I like this character. I'm glad we saw them again. They're like chaos and death coded. Gotta go for an IRL thing? Have fun, Bjorn. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. I certainly hope we'll finish this today. They say it's 18 days, but we haven't given out any quests. Yeah, no one else dies. Where's Melly? Sup, my fellow Enigma? Sup? I don't find you that difficult to comprehend. That's what they all think. How's it going? Hopping? Running? Moderately. Why? My tavern and I are doing well, but we were hit by a tsunami yesterday. I'm glad I can provide comfort to everyone in these trying times, but I also wish they were less turbulent. Boo! Spoken like a true politician. Commit to one extreme. I'm committing to honesty. Phew. Yeah, right. Good one. But a tsunami, huh? So that's what this was. Cool. He's got so many different things. His leg twitches, his fingers do the thing. He's got a tiny thing, and then like the color changes, his eyes. I really like this character. Sucks that I was busy playing around in Magic the Scattering. Made me miss this whole thing. I would have loved to surf those waves. I'm sure you would have had a grand old time. Maybe next flood. Oh, that was me. You think I should start the next one on purpose? No. Aw, come on. This place has made you lame. I'd like my tavern to keep standing, and the people around it as well. Like I said, lame. You got anything interesting to say? I have an interesting question. Shoot. Have you seen Melly anywhere? She's gone missing. Oh, that pocket-sized detective. Sure did. Several times, even. Were any of them recently? I would say so. I think the last time was 2 days ago? I was chilling in the Moon Swamp. I just tested up that witch's spa. Good old Boy recommended. They would know each other. They have like the same energy. Met some lost travelers on the way back. It was giving them a conversation of their lives. When that cat rudely interrupted my business pitch. Made them run off without a single handshake. Little snitch. Wait, did this thing start holding a knife too? What were you selling? It is! Hair growth cocktails, inspired by your little things. You drink them, your hair grows. Fast? Ah, well, fast smash pass. It'll grow eventually. You just gotta have some patience. I see. So Melly at the Moon Swamp. Where exactly did you see her? On the way to the moon pools, duh. Where the paths diverge and nature tries to lead you astray from its shimmering reflections in the water. Isn't that near one of the Twilight Chasm portals? Oh yeah, that means she got a fresh opportunity to go surfing. Good for her. What a positive outlook on things. Always good to have one of those. After all that matters in life is fun, right? I don't know about that. Life is full of many beautiful and important things. Not all of them are fun. They should be. At least for me. I don't care what you're up to. Speaking of fun, I've been wondering, do you think I should explore the Twilight Chasm? Do you want to? Ish. Sounds exciting, especially since I've never been there before. They say it's just like Avalon, but reversed, with a different color scheme and all that. Do you enjoy Avalon? Sometimes. I haven't been home in ages. Let me tell you, as soon as the portals opened up, I was out of there. Running from pesky consequences? You got it. Been wondering what a nightmare version of Gaia looks like. That's what they call it, right? Avalon's the dream, the Twilight Chasm's the nightmare. Gaia's like waking up. Probably doesn't look too different from the Sealy Court, am I right? Couldn't tell you. So you claim. But I know a fellow scam artist when I see one. I really like this character. I keep saying it, but he just seems very powerful, very knowing, and has us clocked as some sort of entity, really. In the mirror? Oh, you think you're funny, don't you? Well, you're hilarious. High five, bud? No. Bummer. Anyway, with your obviously non-existent, only hypothetical plane traveling experience, you think I should take a trip down to the horrors of memory and melancholia? I think you should. It sounds very exciting. Who knows what you'll find? Maybe the answers you seek. I'm not seeking any answers. I already know what I want. Then maybe you'll find the right questions. You're so weird. You know that, right? That makes two of us. You got me there. Fascinating advice, innkeeper. If I cared more, I'd probably say... It says something about you. I mean, I did say it, so... Luckily for you, this is already boring me. And how about a drink to keep you with me a little longer? We're on the same wavelength today, dude. Yeah, hit me with one of those. Something for those waves in my brain, so you can keep my interest a little longer. I'll mix up something real quick. A real Cree. Brain. I haven't made the silent owl yet, and it's, or maybe once. It just doesn't seem appropriate. Like, just because it says 3 doesn't mean I should make it. Here we go. We're doing another nebula. Little nebuloso. Quick-witted and mischievous, just like you. Sick! This is lit, I'll give you that. Thank you. Welcome back, Baya.
Thank you.
How was your road trip?
It was good. We stopped by my spa and did mud masks.
Did you help them find a way back home?
Yes. We saw a lot of weird fishies and dreams filled with dread.
Okay, creepy face from Baya.
It was terrifying, but it was fun. We even got to explore the gruesome mangrove. The nice ghost even gave me her sunglasses.
They're so cool. What else is up?
The sky and the sun, but no stars.
And some trees?
No, trees are in the middle.
Not to an ant.
Ugh. Ants. So cute. Do you have any ants?
Oh my god, Bubbins is back. What's up, baby? You happy that you got Packet? Come here. Not on me.
And you, innkeeper? Any ants?
Not at the moment, sorry.
Oh, no ants?
Can I offer you a drink as an apology?
Yes. Make me feel like a little nimble ant.
Ant potion, got it. Come here, Bubbins. Coming at me aggressively for chair sits. Alright, maybe this is time for a swift strike. This is the most appropriate drink. Let's do a quick check. Yeah, swift strike. Here, my favorite pseudo ant.
Oh, this is so tasty. I want to look up at the trees now.
I'm sure they'll seem taller. Can I do anything else for you?
Yes, several things. Have you been handing out my coupons?
I have. Just recently I gave some to Voy. Have people been dropping by?
They have, and they're really nice. The mud masks are the most popular, and the flowers. Grace said my flower bracelets are her favorite.
They must be gorgeous.
I'm making new ones just for her.
She'll love that.
I hope so. Second thing, are you okay?
Everyone's so concerned about me now. I'm not just an NPC anymore. I am, Baya. Thanks for asking.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh, I brought you more coupons to cheer you up.
That's very nice of you. I'll hold on to them for when I need them.
You can stop by anytime. But what about lotus flowers? I brought you some in case I needed to cheer you up.
Oh, for me?
Yes. They are special flowers.
I've heard they're Ur's favorites, and they bless you with their protection.
They also make you feel nimble, like an ant.
Thank you very much, Baya.
Hee hee. I've been wanting to check in on people. I really enjoyed the flood. But I thought about when the Banshee told Mari and me that some people don't like drowning.
Correct.
I hope I can cheer them up a little.
You're already cheering me up.
I am?
Yeah, I was bored. Now I'm having fun. Cheering up quest succeeded.
Yippee!
I also have some questions. And to sneeze.
Ask me.
Have you seen Melly anywhere in your swamp? The small cat back again? She might have been investigating your flowers.
No, I didn't see a cat anywhere, but I also was very busy tending to my sniffling willows. They need a lot of love.
I see. How's your swamp doing?
Good. It's so wet now. And there are so many interesting critters and plants.
What kind of plants? Those with teeth?
Some have teeth, some have eyes, and spikes, and haunting spirals of long-forgotten mistakes.
Sick. Gotta check those ones out.
They're nice. They speak just like little horrible birdies.
You're one of those people who can talk to plants?
Yes.
How are they doing? The plants, I mean.
Depends on the plant. They're all very loud at the moment. They love the water. They hate the water. They complain about the onslaught of the undead. They're ambivalent about the water.
What was that?
Ambivalent. It means they don't care, but they still want to say something about it.
No, the undead.
Ah, them. The trees from the Pale Woods are very upset. They say that squeaky undead keep chewing on their roots and bark and leaves.
In their brains?
No, they can't reach those. But there's a lot of them. Maybe soon they'll learn how to climb or fly.
The Pale Woods. I've never been there before. Is it a good hangout spot?
I don't think so. It's so dry. Maybe the undead like dryness.
I would think they prefer bogs.
Everyone should.
Agreed. Hey Baya, can you show me those Twilight Chasm plants? I'd love to taste test them.
Yes. But you have to help me hand out coupons first.
Do I have to?
Please.
Ugh, fine. But only because I'm getting bored again.
Hooray! And please keep handing them out to people who need cheering up, innkeeper. Including yourself.
Will do. Have fun, you two.
Thank you.
What an unlikely pair. Hiya, Fable. How's it going? All fine and dandy? All fine and tired. Actually, not so fine. How come? Well, the city's a mess. So is the Grove, Temis, and Tregorin. We still don't know exactly what happened or how. There's the undead problem, and not far from us apparently, and Archie is miserable. And no one has seen Melly in days. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people just aren't. Una told me not to worry either, but it's hard. Yes, very. I just want everyone to be safe. I want to fix this, whatever this is. Fable, I know everything's a lot right now, especially since this is the first wave of adventures that you've ever faced. Pun intended. But Una isn't wrong. A little less worrying shouldn't hurt. I'm sure it's not as bad as it feels right now. Sure, it's unpleasant, but worse things have happened. And we've always been fine. Maybe it's just nature, or the dragons are craving a change. There's nothing we can do about it. There's always something we can do. You taught me that. Sometimes things sort themselves out too. It's quite pleasant to wait occasionally. I just wish I could do more. I understand. How about a drink? That's something I can do for you. Not right now, I think. Hey, you look... stressed? Stressed? Why? What makes you say that? I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's great. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's awesome. If you're saying it like that, something must be terribly wrong. How about a drink? A little help for telling us what's going on. Sure. Of course it's about Melly. He cares. Charisma. Let's do a sunny breeze. Let's do a sunny breeze. I hope this helps with the word vomit. It does a little bit, thank you. Anytime. So, what happened? Nothing, really. Much at all. I was just taking a stroll, trying to find Melina, checking in on people Fable asked me to check in on. Thank you for that. Yeah. After you helped me calm down last night, I'm glad I could help. So I was, taking a walk around the outskirts of Temis. A walk is good, right? Right. So good. Even when I came across new people, a lot of them were echoes. Did you talk to them? Of course not. I expected nothing else. That's peculiar, though. There aren't a lot of echoes in Gaia. There are now. Apparently the flood brought in a lot of primordial refugees. Isn't he an echo? Not everyone's comfortable being submerged in water after all, and they say Leviathan's plane is a mess right now. Oh, I hope everyone has a place to stay. They're looking for places, sure. Some merchants are even offering them rides around Visoa and beyond. Like Taborcum, for example, which they advertise as the perfect vacation spot. It is, right by the Visoan Wait and See. Very popular with travelers and retirees. I believe Una lives there currently, when she's not bothering me in my tavern. Awesome. I bet it's great there. I bet you can relax like nowhere else. What's going on, Kumo? Nothing. Nothing at all. Just my parents taking a casual trip to Borkum. Your parents? Like their ghosts? Was Ta also flooded? Unlikely. I don't think souls can leave the upper world so easily. You're right. It would be difficult for ghosts to make it out of the Ta and into a mocktail bar. But being Gaian Taurus is a lot easier to do when you're not actually dead. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but you might have to elaborate a little more. It's simple. My parents aren't dead. I saw them with merchants near Temis, booking a carriage and an all-inclusive boat journey to Borkum. They were about to go on about how they had a positive outlook on having to leave the primordial sea. How it was like a free vacation, a blessing in disguise. Good for them. But didn't you see them die? No, I just saw a burning village, and I couldn't find them anywhere. That foolish conclusion was all mine. So, they didn't die? They just left. Yes. Damn! What? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Malachite, Kumo, John, Aura. He deserves the world. I'm sorry, Kuma, that's awful. It's a new kind of awful, for sure. How stupid of me to think them dead. She couldn't have thought that only the claws of Tot could make them leave me. Should have. They were parents. They should have never abandoned you. Well, they did. Indeed. So what now? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. Do you want to talk about it? No. Not right now. Kumo, maybe. Anyway, have you found Melina yet? Not yet. But Aniko last saw her at the Moon Swamp. What? About 2 days ago. There's a Twilight Chasm portal there, where the Dragon Curse flood started. Indeed. Did Baya see her? No, she didn't. That's great. That's awesome. That's even better. You said awesome an alarming number of times. Because this is all so awesome. I'll keep looking for her. There's not a lot you can do without leaving your tavern except... Innkeeper, please, I beg of you, put out a quest to find Melly. Right now, I need to figure out what to do about my parents before they disappear again. I don't know how much time I'll have. She needs to be safe. I can't go by myself. We need to find her. Please help me find her. Tavis, welcome in. That is so funny. Great emote choices. Welcome in. I don't exactly have enough information yet, but I'll make sure to find out more and make a quest. And I'll put it up immediately. Thank you. I hope someone will find her. We will. I promise you. I leave you. I will. I have to go think. Good luck with that. I'll see you soon? Yeah, don't burn down your tavern, I mean. I'll try not to. Goose blunt rotation. Someone's worried. Of course he is. Do you really think Melly's okay? I hope so. But I'm a little worried too. She was very close to the portal. And she was very close to the tidal waves. Yes. And maybe whoever started them. We don't know if anybody started them. We don't. Are Tia and Clay back? Not yet. I see. Wherever and however she is, whether she was just watching the sky or trying to unravel a mystery, she might need help. So please give me that quest. Pardon? Please give me that quest right now so I can find her. No, it's not done. That's all right. I already know both of the rumors, and I know Melly well. I think I have enough information to find her, and I don't think we have time to be pedantic right now. There's a certain way things need to be done. Your way. Yes, I'm sorry, but that's just how things are. Because you made them that way. Hey, well listen, if you rush into this, you'll be putting both Melly and yourself in danger. You just said that you were worried too, and you want me to do nothing? Oh, that was Fable. Well, weren't you encouraging me to go on more adventures just a week ago? Or are you only okay with me leaving when it's something as small as some snails? I just think something like a flood must have been caused by a massive force. Whether worrisome, purposeful, or neither, it's certainly not harmless. And you don't have a lot of experience with adventures like that. Hey, Amos, how you doing on this Sunday? How you doing on this Sunday evening? Another peach schnapps and Warhammer kind of day? Or with different planes. What if she's in the Twilight Chasm? You need to level up before you stand a chance against true nightmares. Maybe we can get another quest from the farmers. Their fields must have taken a lot of damage. Archie needs some cheering up too. Don't patronize me. Yeah, I'm feeling a little awkward in this conversation, honestly. I feel a little awkward. This is another case of I don't agree with what the innkeeper's saying, chat. I simply don't think you're ready for this one. Why are you being like this? You always say I should go out of my comfort zone. You encourage me to change, to grow stronger and braver. And now that I do, it's suddenly wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying the timing isn't right. And why do you get to decide what my timing is? Why should I leave my comfort zone? But once something is out of yours, it's a mistake. Things aren't that simple. I know. I've lived for over 100 years. I know that things aren't simple. I also know that they don't change by pretending they aren't there, or by pretending they're not missing. I think what you might... What? I think what you might... The quest hasn't been put up yet, so it cannot be taken. This really is pedantic. I don't need some sheet of parchment to find her. Just make me a drink. Think about this. You might damn both of you this way. You're going to look for someone no one has seen in several days after a giant disaster. She could be anywhere, including in the realm of nightmares you know nothing about. You never even encountered bleak stalkers, and they'd be the least of your worries there. There are adventurers here who have faced these things worse than this, who will have a much higher chance of bringing her back safely along with themselves. That's your way of saying you won't make me a drink. Just let it go. Let someone else handle it. So they get hurt instead of me. It's not what I said. But it's what you meant. You don't know what's awaiting you out there. But you do. Maybe we came from the Twilight Chasm. We know some shit. Please just stay. You can't keep me here forever. Why not? Because I've made up my mind. And I've made up mine. I'm not giving you the quest, and I'm not making you a drink. Okay? I don't need a drink. Don't be ridiculous. Going on an adventure without my help is reckless at best, foolish at worst. I'm not going to sit around and wait while the other people suffer. Not if I have a chance to help them. I'm not like you. You're right, you're not. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. I know I'm going to find Melina. I don't care what it takes. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me. Not even you. Babel. Maybe I should have been more honest. After all, they've always been honest with me. But I just explained everything to them. And now they're going to run towards their doom just because I can't. No, I don't want to think about that. Not sure what to do with these rumors now. Guess I'll just hang on to them. Well, I better close up for the day. Look at all these! Do we have to finish all of them before the end of the game? Question mark? Jeez. I think this is, undead. Oh wait, no, we want the... This is the only quest that's ready? How long is this game? I feel like Seaside said there were 16 days, and we're approaching the 16th day now, and it seems like we're nowhere near finished. Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to my tavern. Hello, innkeeper. Thank you dearly for your hospitality the other day. Not being alone after all that happened. It really helped. I'm glad to hear that. How are you doing? These past few days have been quite eventful. I'm alright. I think. I'm just trying to keep myself busy so I don't have to think about the things that happened. Understandable. Losing a loved one is always tough, and healing takes a lot longer than you would expect. I fear you might be right. Are you perhaps speaking from experience? I've been doing this job long enough to witness countless adventurers passing through my tavern. Some of them return, some of them don't. But they always leave someone behind, mourning. I see. Does it get any easier? No, never. And if it did, I'd be worried. Death shouldn't be easy, be it your friend or foe. I suppose you're right. Distraction is always a good approach, though. I think I know what you mean. I've been writing a lot the last 2 days. I want to hold on to every memory I've made along the way, especially to Theo's last moments. I thought going on an adventure would be like the books I read as a kid, but it's not even remotely similar. Reality is always harsher than the stories portray. I'm sorry, Archie. It's alright. Thank you for your sympathy. But I'll manage. Giant goose? How does one even do that? Also, Tamis, I hope your Sunday's going well. For biddies? Thank you for the biddies. Why didn't I get an alert for that? That is so weird. I have like, I don't know, that doesn't show up as like evidence of bits. Anyway, thank you for the biddies. And look, you got your little biddy badge now. Actually, I've been thinking about switching careers. I think I might be better off at home, just dreaming of these adventures and writing them down, with happy endings and all. I'd like to note that others mentioned how much they loved listening to your stories. And so did Theo. Maybe I should take Rhea's advice and really continue my life the way Theo would have wanted for me. Did some cleaning, then listening to some books. What books? What books? I myself have been big on freaking fantasy romance books. Like all of 2026, I'm obsessed. Warhammer news? Oh my god. You're definitely the biggest Warhammer fan I know. You get that prize, you get a medal. It's a safer route for sure, and if that's what you want, then why shouldn't you? On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little? Sure, why not? Any specific wishes? Surprise me with something that will keep me focused on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts. Nothing easier than that. Maybe this is the Steel Charm. First snow. I like this one. We haven't made it in a minute. I like first snow. We're gonna make this. Oh, I know that one. I know that one. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. We could all use that reminder. I unlocked that kind of by myself. Early on in my adulthood. But we can all use the reminder. Confidence wavers. At least for me. I'm on the up and up though. I don't know nothing about Warhammer, Tamis. But I love that for you. Literally the only thing I played is Vermintide 1 and 2. Which is like not necessarily the canon anyway. Okay, what do we want? What do we want? What are we looking for? What are we looking for, chat? We don't want any strength. What infusion is best for this? Okay, we can do this. And a little bit of this. And a little bit of this. Is this a real person? Or is this in-game lore? Because that seems very mortal and real. A drink for the upcoming best-selling author. In-game lore? Okay. Very sweet of you. Thank you very much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning, impatiently waiting to be written down. Don't mention it. I'm always happy to help. Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective? As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run a tavern, you know. You seen her recently? Sadly, not in a while. I last saw her a week ago, if not 2. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I've heard stories of her solving the case of the lost familiars in Zoford. Yes, she solved the case alongside her trusty assistant. Ah, how inspiring! I'd love to tell her tale someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in southwest of Basoa. Oh, which one might that be? It's a wizard tower, full of a magical place full of puzzles, mystery, and magic. I've heard tales of it harboring hundreds of books, containing lost and forbidden knowledge. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place like that. Definitely a story I'd read. Promise to send me a copy, please. Oh, but of course! I'll deliver it to you myself. You know, even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminded me of my own childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I was never allowed to wander off by myself. She seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world, while I relied on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. The life of a detective can certainly be a lonely one. I mean, I also had Theo to keep me company, but it doesn't matter anymore, does it? Yarg is commissioner to the general of a massive army and for the longest time has run the world Armageddon, as the orcs call it. The World War. Well, that's nice that there's Warhammer books. I did not know that it was such a massive verse. I only know like the surface of Warhammer. In the tabletop game. Not that I know how to play it, I just know it exists. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, well, Melly has been missing since the Twilight Flood. No! Tell me you're joking. Sadly not. I'm sorry. No, that can't be. I really hope nothing happened to her. She's so young, so small. What if she also No. There's no need to panic just yet. Easy for you to say, isn't it? Your friend didn't die in your arms. You didn't have to witness his life fade from his eyes. Don't jump to conclusions, Archie. There are no clues indicating what happened to Melina. We shouldn't expect the worst. She might be small, but she's tough. Trust me. You're right. Sorry. Let's hope for the best. I couldn't bear writing another tragedy. Kumo, it's great to see you. I've solved it. Solved what? My parent problem. I've solved it. And how'd you do that? It's simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them and to kill them. Sorry, did you say kill them? Yes. Why do you want to kill your parents? Isn't it obvious? Can't say it is. Their death is what set me on a bleak path that is my life. It led me towards my destiny, my purpose. Which would be stealing, revenge, edginess, darkness. Of course. Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose. Right. So I must take destiny back to my own hands. Is he mortal? Is Yarick mortal? Tamris, are there mortals in the Warhammerverse? Sandwich! I mean, he's all about the aura and the aesthetic and the moodiness and the edgelordiness. We missed you today. It was just Bjorn and I doing game duel and we struggled. I was like, we need Sandwich and Seaside. It was rough. He's mortal and that's why he's a big deal. Hope your Sunday's going well, Sandwich. Why not talk this through instead? Talking doesn't solve anything. Might make you feel a little better, unless murderous? No. I must embrace who I am, and for that, they must die. Oh my god, he's being so dramatic, honestly. So please, a quest. Have it done, quickly. As you wish. I'll set it up for you. Okay, we were way more forthcoming with Kumo than with Fable. Thank you. I shall leave it to you. Before you go, how about a drink for the road? Maybe one that'll have you talking about something other than killing your parents? Yes. I shouldn't allow them a warning. I must be deceitful about my feelings. See what I can do for you. Why are we aiding him? Why are we complicit in this scheme? Unwanted questions. Okay, yep, we're gonna do this one. 1,000 wins for my boy. 1,000 wins, me boy. I feel like we use this honeyflower one the most. It's the only logical thing to use. Whoops. Maybe this will help your heart a little. It feels nice, really warm, like a hug. Do you need a hug, Kumo? I need to go. Stay safe out there. Sure. And Kumo? Yes? Have you talked to Fable? Yesterday, yes. They left to find Melly. I see. Good luck with your parents. I don't need luck. I need vengeance. Oh my god. Orcs are 8 feet tall. This is not the Lord of the Ring orc, sounds like. Does he need help? Do you want to help them kill their parents? Pardon me. No, of course not. I meant psychological help. They don't look like they're doing too well, if I might say. He's always quite broody and mysterious, but their parents being alive really threw them off track. I love that Malachite and Fable are both they thems too. Our non-binary people. You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really. And now they want to kill them, just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with? This is the possibility for a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell me you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them. I am. But a mere innkeeper... Wait, I am but a mere innkeeper to this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes. That's strange. We didn't help Fable. That's so weird. I don't consent to this, chat. I would have expected you to have a little more backbone, or moral standards, so to speak. Especially after everything that's happened, and the advice you gave me. What about the people Kumo's actions would leave behind grieving and mourning? Those were your words, right? Try to stop him. We're not trying hard enough. What the fuck is going on? But I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them. And that's exactly why there's still hope. Wait, I don't think I understand. Kumo won't take on the quest himself, so there'll be someone else that can talk to his parents. That sounds like a really questionable plan, if I may say so. It'll work out. Oh, it'll work out, I'm sure of it. But most likely, it won't be very difficult. It won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way with words. Oh, does he want to take it? As a nobleman like you would, for example. Oh, well, I'm certain this isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation what if the situation actually escalates into violence? I don't know if I can handle that very well. No pressure, I just wanted to make an offer. You want a different quest then? Weren't you listening? I don't want to be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts. I never want to have to kill anyone. Being a murderer is not how I envision my life to be. Of course not. Tamara's just dropping 40k lore in chat, and the orcs are 8 feet, ripped, and look like they're from Mad Max. Okay, you have me on Mad Max. We love a Mad Maxian verse. No, it's welcome. Thank you for teaching me, even if I'm not, like, reading it out loud. I do like a Mad Maxian verse. Fury Road is one of the best movies ever. But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is still so full of grief. This might only be a tale, but there's this place of infinite knowledge. Oh, are you by chance talking about the subterranean caves on the plane of Earth? I've read so many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. Though I really doubt a guy immortal like me could even walk there. But I've heard you can get through there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that's true? That there's a portal to Earth somewhere in the Twilight Chasm? Well, maybe. This world is full of wonders after all. And since the Twilight Realm arose from Earth's dreams, I'd say it isn't completely unlikely. Oh, just thinking about the caves makes my heart beat faster and my fingertips itch. Maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some key words or I might lose my ideas. You know, I don't think you need to lead you. Your already knows what to do. Huh? Do you really think so? Yes, it's quite obvious, actually. How about you go write down those keywords now? This might already be an upcoming bestseller. Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, innkeeper. Also, next time, Archie. I feel like we are getting involved with things. Too many things. We're sticking our nose in a business. Cerulean just keeps taking our quests. Evening. Has boredom already caught up with you again? It's always on my trail. Guessing this quest is still free? Not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet. I've had enough of losing to them. I want a rematch. There's no rematch for what happened. I know, but I won't let anyone else lose more people to them. I thought you'd be looking for Melly instead. Can't say I'm not worried about the little gal. But Fable is already on it. I trust him. And I trust Millie too. To come back, I mean. She promised me that we'd see each other again soon. I'm learning to believe in people's words. The orc speaking broken English. Angry yelling British person. I just picture a Cockney accent basically. You should too. Do, but trust is a scary thing. Everything's scary if Fable's to be believed. Might as well pick the fun horrors to commit to. Like the undead. Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin. Those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning right now. At least they're even slower than the regular undead. Very calming, thanks. Want to take Archie along again? He might be the calming presence you're seeking. Under no circumstances, no. What if he got bored? He has very good stories to tell. Shut up. How will we talk about what drink you want then? What? How will we talk about what drink you want then? That just seems like a bit of a grammatical typo. Oh, this guy! Well, dearie me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Cerulean, you both look radiant today. What are we radiating? I shan't say, as it would be too rude. How polite of you. How are you doing, Scully? Just wonderful. Yesterday I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Alphonse and Lady Frostgrip. Alphonse and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to the young blacksmith prodigy. This world is truly an exciting and beautiful one. By tomorrow the vampire will have forgotten all about it. But that merely means he'll get to remember again. How marvelous! The endless pursuit of learning is a wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'll allow me, I'd like to learn how you are doing on this fine day of yours, Dame Cerulean. You do look a little spent, and I would hate to be intruding on your space. Huh. Just exhausted by all these people and the constant talking. Call me out, Cerulean. You're good though, ain't your fault. Oh, I understand. The social aspects of life can be exhausting as they come with so many rules and obstacles one must traverse. But throughout this overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interactions, we can find many magnificent treasures. Facts, Scully, facts. And all of them make these efforts worthwhile. Like quests. I was thinking about friends, but quest too. Are you heading out on one? Yeah. What's its cause? An unusual amount of undead creatures are haunting Fasoa lately, especially near the Pale Woods. Sarahlin's going to check on that. An undead gathering in Pale Woods, but why so? Is there a convention, perhaps? No, it sounds more like the violent type of crowd. Unfortunate. It does seem that the sentiment is common among my compatriots. Sense and sensibilities are often lost when you are ripped from the afterlife with your soul, without your soul attached to your body. You don't have a soul? You've got a lot of personality for that to be true. That's very kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a bare fragment of my former self. An opportunity to find a new self then. What a sweet promise. Still, it is strange to have everything you once... What? It is strange to have everything you once were forgotten. How can you be forgotten when you're here? We will remember you as you are now, as I'm sure people did for your former self. I shall hope I grow into a pleasant memory then, as well as a pleasant presence. You already are. That makes my non-present soul very happy to hear. Dame Saralyn, would you mind me tagging along on your quest? It sounds like a haven of fascinating research, and I've not been able to indulge in that pastime for a long while. Sure, come along. A skeleton would be great help in wiping out a bunch of undead. Wiping out? By no means that should be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciences. Don't be ridiculous. They'll rip us apart. We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense, in case they need some initial convincing. I could even offer you some frost armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there. And you'll have a little more of a buffer, if your words don't take hold. Excellent idea! Or we just fight them, smash their bones together until they stop moving. No offense, Scully. None taken. Although I believe the clever approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened dead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage. Dexterity then, and defense. You were right on track with that one. May I suggest adding some of the Morganite lotus flower to this combination? Much like Citron, it will bless your weapon strikes and lend you some of the power of the great dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks. Indeed we are. The power of the dragons is difficult to harness. I'm impressed by your capabilities, Innkeeper. I think your delight should be aimed towards the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in itself, as is choosing our approach to this. We should leave this up to them, correct? Yeah, figure it out, Innkeep. Some additional defense is a given, but what should we focus on? Charisma or dexterity? And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours. I would never. Listen, we're doing the full charisma route, okay? It might have been a bad play last time, but the chance to reason with the undead sounds interesting. Sunny breeze. We're gonna go with the sunny breeze, I think, with a pine cone, if that works. No. That's not the one. Pine cone. Never mind, it's not the pine cone. Who is coming up with all this lore, Tamis? Is there an official Warhammer, like, development team that writes all of this? Alright, we want to start with this. How does this work for us? Does not work for us because the sword is there. I like that this one's trickier. Here we go, it's Spoken Heart. I was overthinking it, chat. I was greatly overthinking it, that's crazy. Just a pine cone with some juice. I would like to think that not all of these souls or bodies are fully lost. If you can save even one of them, it'll be worth it. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for your faith in us, Innkeeper. Ugh, I guess I'll give him a chance. But if they start gnawing on your bones, I won't hold back. I'm counting on it. Come on. Let us make some new friends. Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. Oh, thank God, we have 2 quests. I'm like, guys, when are we finishing all these goddamn quests? You know? What are we going with? I forget. Maybe we... in caves? Oh, that's not it. Okay, let's do the wizard tower, maybe? Wizard. Oh, wait, no, we're supposed to do... We're washed ashore by the twilight flood. I have no clue. Okay. What's the next one? No, we got wizard in all of these. This is like a 15-hour game just by yourself, and reading it out loud takes so much longer, so whoops. Maybe we signed up for something very long.